Peace, peace, family. So today's spiritual lesson I'll see if anyone had put a question in, but like no one did.
It was a question in a box, but
What they say?
How do you cleanse and prepare for the new year? I answered it though. But.
Spiritual lesson of the day is how do tarot cards work? So, a lot of people look at tarot cards as magical or as like something that's unexplainable. When tarot cards, for the most part, is just you. It's just a way of your subconscious, or someone else's subconscious giving you answers. Right? It's mostly about the subconscious, right? How do we know? It's because we know that everything that you experience is a projection of your mind, right? We know that everything that you experience is a projection of your mind. So projection of what? Of your subconscious. And you are then consciously experiencing and consciously dealing with it, right? So the cards are just another form of the subconscious. And your consciousness is focused on a specific question or a specific idea or a specific person, right? And stop. Right? So then it gives so when you flip the card over, which since it's outside of your body, that means it's a subconscious projection. When you flip the card over, you just gave your conscious, gave your subconscious a direction on what to reflect. And then that's all then you're reading the reflection. So there's nothing magical about it. It's actually very scientific. It's very scientific, right? It's just that the subconscious and the consciousness is so foreign and so not hardly understood by the common science community because they lack the spiritual creativeness and expression and openness and intuitiveness in order to understand what the subconscious is and what the conscious is. Okay. Great scientists and great inventors and great discoverers in science achieve these great feats through intuition. Their understanding of science and mathematics is the foundation, just like how I tell you how to study numerology, study, zodiology, to study history, to study science, study mathematics, to study human behavior, study these things as your study occult sciences as your foundation, so that when your intuition starts kicking you the real, you can interpret it. You're basically just learning the language so that you can interpret what your intuition is going to give you. Because your intuition can already give you the answer. It's always giving you the answer. But you do not have the proper language translator and decoders, because you have not studied the language enough to understand the downloads you are receiving. Right? So, that goes to the tangent about why scientists can't figure out what the subconscious and conscious is, right? But that same thing goes with tarot cards too, because if you don't understand the tarot cards and the meanings, then to you it doesn't seem like anything because you don't have the tools to translate it. That's just like me writing Swahili words, and you look at them, all you see is a bunch of letters and sounds. You don't know what it means. Nothing to you, right? You have to study the language first so that you can then understand and decode what's being given to you. So same thing with tarot cards. And tarot cards, when you're doing a reading for someone, you're actually then tapping into their subconscious, right? And then we're all these are all antennas. Our brains are all connected through these antennas, right? Every invention that you see is based off of the human body, the human anatomy. The engine of a car is based off the organs of a human. Every single thing in the car is based off a human. A computer is based off of a human brain. Down to even the elements and the minerals that they put in it. The number one being melanin and carbon. Why? Because everyone's nervous system, I should say, is coated in melanin, no matter if you're black, white, or what have you. Oriental, I don't like to say Asian because Asian's not really accurate. Oriental, what they would call a Native American, an East Indian, we'll say like a Middle Easterner, or African, or a foundational Black American, or Hispanic. It does not matter. All of us, everyone's nervous system is coated in neuromelanin. Same thing when it comes to computers, same thing when it comes to phones. That's what allows the signals to travel to each other, for them to connect to each other, right? Is that melanin? Or that's part of what allows them to connect to each other, that melanin. And that's a spiritual lesson, which had a couple of lessons in it. That's a spiritual lesson of the day. Ashe.